Good morning, everybody. So, second day of the deload week. I feel very good, not gonna lie, because obviously I haven't done much. So, I feel very recovered and ready to go. However, Pritzer curl, usually we do 22.5 kilos. So, not counting the bars, I have 10 and 1.25 on each side. This is a myrob exercise. Usually we do 14 reps in the first set. So this set I'm gonna have on 7.5 kilos, and I'm gonna do around 9 reps, let's say, something like that. So nothing too difficult. But yeah, we're just gonna get that down. 2 sets again, not three, and then we're gonna move into some tricep push downs. But it fairly should be a very quick day, which is exactly what yesterday was. It was a quick day. It was exactly that. I came in, did something, couldn't tell you what it was. It was just moving some weight around slowly in a very controlled manner. Made sure I worked on my technique and all that kind of stuff, eccentric control, and all that. But at the end of the day, it felt a lot better just living here and not being drained mentally and energy wise, of course. So yeah, I mean, with that being said, I'm just gonna go do the first set. So we're gonna do 9 reps for the weight I have on there. And these are gonna be nice controlled reps with a deep stretch. I'll make 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Cool. That's set number one. So I have one more set, and I'm gonna move to triceps. So I said that before, but when you do deload weeks, I understand the mentality behind it, and approximately halving everything. So everything is at 50%. Weight, reps, sets, everything is at 50%. So except obviously, range of motion and all that kind of stuff that stays as it is. But when it comes to numbers, so weight, reps and sets, then 50% approximately on everything. Now, there are a couple of muscle groups that, in my opinion, are exceptions to that. The reason is they're smaller, so they recover way faster. So biceps, triceps, and then shoulders. So even side lats, front delts, rear delts. Doesn't really matter. All of these muscle groups, they're very small muscles compared to other areas. This is legs, for example, or back. So they recover way quicker than anything else. So what I'm saying is you can get away with doing a little bit more than 50%. I think 70 is a good number, like 70%. 70% of the weight, approximately 70% of the reps. The sets will remain the same because usually I do 3, so we're gonna do 2 anyway. So yeah, we're gonna do one more set here. I'm gonna go straight into it now, and then we're gonna move into some tricep push downs. But hopefully this gives you like an idea. Was like even on a deload week, you don't have to do 50% of everything like to the dot. Could be anywhere from 50 to 60 for most part, and then 60 to 70 for muscle groups that you're like, well, yeah, well, biceps. So they recover like in a day. It's all right. I can do a bit more. But yeah, that's the idea. It's not really difficult to do arms, is it? It's kind of like you feel good afterwards. Systemically, at least you haven't put a lot of strain on your body. So yeah, let's do the second set. Let's do the second set then. Then we're gonna move into some tricep push downs. 7, 8, 9. That's that. 9. So, that's it for the exercise. It feels very strange. I used to be obviously. I mean, you've seen how I train, and this is how I train for most of my time in the gym. Not necessarily technique wise and exercise wise, but I mean, like I always used to do 3 to 4 sets with a lot of reps, and they were difficult sets and all that kind of stuff. So when you do stuff like that, you're like, "Am I done? This is it?" But yeah, you're done. This is it. So we're gonna move into some tricep push downs. I'm just gonna take a minute to warm up my triceps, and then we're ready to rock and roll. All right, so tricep push downs. What did we do last time? We did 12 plates for 15 reps. So I have 7 plates on there. I'm gonna do about 10 reps. Yeah, 10 reps. That should be good enough for the triceps. So the proper technique to do these, essentially, this is that the bar has to remain close to your body at all times. So when you go up and down, the bar is here, right? And what that would allow you to do is to look at my elbows, how back they are. Because otherwise, people just do this. I mean, there's still some tricep activation, but you're not really getting a big stretch out of the movement. Whereas if the bar is just close to your body at all times and you keep it there consciously, it will push your elbows back so you can get that extra nice deep stretch on your triceps. So yeah, with that being said, we're gonna do the 7 plates that we have up there for 10 reps, 2 sets total, and then we're moving into the last bicep exercise and then legs. So six, 7, 8, 9, and 10. That makes sense. So yeah, as I said, we're gonna do the second set in a second, and then we're gonna move into the last bicep exercise of the day. Let's get it. Righty, second set then, and then we're gonna move into the bicep stuff. That's it. Done. All right, simple. Right. 3, 2, 1, go. What's that? Some biceps, and then legs. Right. So last bicep exercise, we are going to do some incline hammer curls. So last time, well, usually we do 15 kilos for about 14 reps for 3 sets. Now, what I am going to do here is I'm going to take the tens and I'm going to do approximately 9 reps, something like that. So 9 reps per arm, 18 total. That should be good enough. Yeah. Let's get that one done. 8, 9, 10, 16, 17, and 18. And that's that. That's that. So we have one more set and then we're gonna move into legs, but yeah, for the most part, That will be that. Ready, so we're going to do the last set, and then we're going to move into legs. In the meantime, I was just warming up my hamstrings for what it is about to come, so. 12, 15, 16, 17, and 18. And that's that. So we're done with arms. We're now going to do some legs. Hamstrings. We're gonna do 17 reps here. So we're gonna do 11 reps here, and I have approximately, not approximately, I have 50 kilos exactly. We usually do 85. No, I might go a little bit. 55. 55 is good. But yeah, 55, and we're gonna we're gonna do 11 reps. I always forget it's a deload weekend. Sometimes I want to say we're gonna try and do, because obviously, when you progressively overload, it's like you've never done whatever number of sets, whatever number of exercises, or what is it, reps within a set, or weight of the weight that's on the bar or on the machine. You're always progressing, so you've never done the same combination of numbers together. But yeah, here we are. So I'm not going to try and do 11. I'm going to do 11 because obviously almost halfway, so I fixed the weight and less steps. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 easy reps. And we have one more set here, and then we're going to do some leg press. Just going to get the last set out of the way, and then leg press. 7, 10, and 11. That's it. So yeah, that's it for the hamstrings as well. So now we're going to move into some leg press. Well, some leg press. Now we're just going to move into the leg press and actually do some reps of that. I don't know what one I'm going to use. I'm probably going to use the 225s and just go for the reps. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm going to do. Right, so onto the leg press. As I say, I usually do 180. I only have 100 up there, plus whatever the sledge is, but you get the idea. And we're going to do 5 reps, because usually we do 10. I think usually do 11. Let's do 6 reps. 6 reps. Nice and controlled reps. But yeah, should be fairly easy, especially if you compare it to what usually happens here. But yeah, let's just get that out of the way then. 5, 6. Might have been 7. I don't know, but it felt very good. So that doesn't really matter. I guess when it comes to deload week, I don't think it's just about you know recovering and getting ready for the week after. I think it's mostly about, how should I say this? It's not just about recovery. You can get more out of it, is what I'm trying to say. I think the most effective way to do a deload week, is to obviously do the deload week for your muscles, for your nervous system, for the overall systemic fatigue that you've built from, week to week to week of progressive overload. But also, I think there is more you can get out of it. Get into that deep stretch position and just hold it there so you can like stretch at the same time, stretch your muscles, and just focus on your technique. So you just get the most out of it, right? Because you usually, when you come into the gym, there's a lot more weight on the machine or on the bar, or the dumbbells are heavy or whatever it might be, right? So you have to kind of like focus on actually moving the weight and controlling it. Technique, obviously, but it's like when the weight is light, especially for what you do, I mean, just get more out of it. Just get into the stress position and get more out of it. So yeah. And I guess with that being said, I'm just gonna go straight into set number 2 because I don't feel like waiting. I don't think it's gonna do me any favors, is what I'm saying. Like I feel ready to go, obviously. For obvious reasons. But yeah, let's get that one done. 6 reps for, well, whatever that weight is of that anyway. 100 kilos is on plates wise. I just don't know what this is. 3, 4, 5, and 6. And that's done. That's the exercise done. So we're gonna do some Smith squats. Light Smith squats. Do a couple of reps, 2 sets. We're good to go. Get this. I forgot that this is usually only 2 sets. So I guess now we have to do one. So boo hoo. But no, it's gonna be 1 set essentially. It's not exactly half the weight, but it is what it is. Usually we do 105, assuming that this bar is 20. So we're now gonna do 60, assuming that this bar is 20. So not exactly half, it's a little bit more than it's around the 60% mark. And we usually do 9 reps. So we're gonna do 6 nice deep reps with a pause at the bottom. It's only 1 set, so I'm gonna get that one done. And then we're up. I think that's 4. That could be 5, but we're gonna say 4. 5, and then 1 more. Well, let's make that one count. Cool. that's that. Yeah. Yeah. That has to be the easiest and quickest leg day I've ever done in my life, even compared to what I used to do when I started, like literally the first few times that I trained. Like, but it is what it is. Again, that's what the program says. That's what a deload week is supposed to be. I'm not gonna lie, it feels good because obviously you move slowly and you really control your move throughout. So you get to really go to the stretch position and stay there for a while, which is good. What's the word I'm looking for? It's almost therapeutic, let's call it that way. Doing stuff like that with weights instead of, like, obviously, loading the bar or the machine or, dumbbells and just fucking going at it. Yeah, I mean, it's one of these things. It's one of these things, guys. It's one of these things that until you do it, you never know how it feels like. But once you do it, you're like, I'm kind of glad I'm doing this. It feels good for my body. My joints feel good. My muscles, again, when I go to the stretch position and I stay there, and I'm actually able to stay there without too much of a trouble because obviously the weight isn't a lot. It just feels good. It just feels very nice. But yeah, that's that for the lower body day plus arms. So tomorrow's rest day, believe it or not. And yeah, then we have, what do we have after that? We have upper body and then legs and then upper body, but then that's it. So yeah, good stuff. We're gonna call it a day then, and I'm gonna see you all not tomorrow, but the day after.